Welcome everybody, Wednesday's edition of the MUTV Group Chat. Hope we find you fit and well. The panel are here. That is Maysie, Wes, Danny and Ben Thornley. Guys, how you doing, all right?
All good, mate. Thank you.
Good morning.
You can tell that Ben is not in the northwest of England because there is blue sky behind him. How's that working out for you?
To be honest, mate, I don't think it's going to last. There's a bit of a break this morning, but I think we're in for pretty much what we got all day yesterday, which was just incessant rain.
Oh, that's nice. Nice for you. It's certainly not where we are. There is no blue sky.
Nothing.
No, not nothing. Before we bring our guest on, I think the appearance of Albert Morgan yesterday went down a treat, judging by the response on social media and email. So let's just go through some of your responses. This one on Twitter, actually, from Michael Saunders. The group chat is great every night, but that was the best so far. We need more stories from Albert. I think he's got a lot. He's got a lot of stories. This one from Sam, simply saying Albert, the legend Morgan. And Gavin, I met Albert Morgan on a tour of Old Trafford with my son about 3 or 4 years ago. Apparently it was his first visit back since Sir Alex retired. Fortunate time in being on a tour with him. Great stories, answered all our questions. What a nice guy. Great memory for me and my boy. And yeah, he does have a lot of stories, and he is a very, very popular figure, Albert Morgan. Also Facebook as well, quite a lot of reaction from the show on Facebook. Joan Phillips, loved watching this tonight. Albert is quite right when he says that the young players and apprentices should still be expected to clean senior players' boots, etc. Good luck with that, Joan. Lads, that's not going to happen, is it? Are those days over?
No, gone then.
No chance. And Dan says, I miss Albert Morgan. He was great. I remember how the treble winners just tipped countless glasses of champagne over his head. Remember that, Maisie? Did you tip countless glasses of champagne over his head?
Yeah, and beer. Everything. Anything we could get all of us, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's good.
When he ended up in the bath, I think, is it?
Fully clothed in the bath.
Yeah. Happy days.
On email, this is a nice one from Canada, from Burlington, Ontario, from Payush, who says, hope you're doing well. I've been following the shows. I have to say that it's an absolute delight to watch them on a daily basis, as every single episode brings a different insight and offers something exciting to look forward to in these difficult times. I just want to take some time out this evening to send you, the panel of legend special guests and all the guys at MUTV, a big thank you for everything you do to stay close and connected with all the Reds across the globe. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you for that. It really is a very nice email indeed. And from Mark, really enjoying the group chats and the quizzes. I was just wondering why Paddy is not on them. I've had MUTV since 1999. This is the longest period of time since that he's not been on my television. We know Noreen is used to self-isolating in the conservatory. How is Paddy getting on, not being able to go to any United games? Yeah, well, I hope you can get him on a future chat. And also the boss and Bex would be great. We've tried, believe me, we'll keep trying that. The thing with Paddy is he doesn't have a computer. And obviously we're doing a video chat here. He doesn't have a computer, and his phone is like a Nokia from about 1987. You can't even have a text message on it. He can barely answer the phone. So doing a video call, unfortunately, the technology is completely against us. Is there a way we can do it, lads? Can we get him on somehow?
No, someone's going to have to drop the computer off.
Can I have it yours for today?
Yeah.
Oh, you've got to be isolated, remember. You've got to be isolated.
Through the window.
Can he do it? How can we do it? Can we do it on a phone? Is there any way of doing it? I don't think there is there? People want to see him, but how do we do it?
You need some tech, some form of tech, wouldn't you?
You need a miracle. You need a miracle. Are you missing him, Maisie?
Do you know what? I do miss him. Yeah. He's a character in it. He's very old school. When we used to do the Paddy show, that was different class. The amount of arguments we used to have with him, amount of times to keep his phone on, just Paddy in it. And you can imagine him sat at home now, twiddling his thumb,
fuming.
Yeah, and be arguing with anything that moves that's not nailed down. Yeah.
Well, we'll do our best. We'll do our best in this period of lockdown before we finish to get him on. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we'll do our best. If the technology exists, we'll do it. Right, well, let's bring on our guest for today. He made, more than 350 appearances for United at centre-back or left-back from 99. through to 2008. He was in 5 Premier League title-winning squads. In fact, he's got the full set of honours: FA Cup, League Cup, and ended with the 2008 Champions League in Moscow as well. If you add in 40 caps for France, that is quite a career. Mikael Silvestre joins us on the group chat. How you doing, mate? Good to see you.
Good to see you. I'm good, thanks. And you?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. How have you been? Where are you to start with, and how have you been coping with the lockdown?
I just shut down the printer. It's online school, and I'm in the office and with 4 kids, paper with a printer. I can tell you this.
Yeah. Well, it's how difficult have you found it though? I mean, it's difficult for everyone. It's been what, 6 weeks now, something like that. How tough has it been?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like I'm a bit antisocial because I don't miss going out and meeting people. But you know, when you live in central London, it's quite weird to see empty streets. So yeah, it's really weird at the beginning, and you get used to it somehow. I think that's human nature, but in the end, we all want to go back to normal as soon as possible. But yeah, family-wise, everything okay. I was telling the boys before off air that we've got the chance to be near Hyde Park and Regent's Park, so we've got that opportunity to go for a walk, a jog, or just play with the kids once a day. So we do that every day.
I wanted to get your view on the sort of the big sort of football story, I suppose, of the last 24 hours is the fact that Ligue in France has been basically abandoned and no football in France until September. We don't know what's going to happen here. There is talk of maybe June, or there's talk of Germany restarting, possibly Spain and Italy restarting. What's your view of what's happening there in France?
Everybody was involved. I mean, most people who are involved in a business, not at the amateurs level, but they want the league to start again because, first of all, they miss it. It's like a drug. Then, in terms of economy, it's important to a lot of people, you know, organization and companies. So there is that desire, but then you have to look at the security and the health situation for everybody involved. So in France, they've decided that it was not secure enough for the people who are involved in Ligue and Ligue to make sure that would start again. So without taking any risk, so there was a part of risk. They decided to stop it until the end of August. So we will see. The question mark now is how you end of next season, and you have to finish the championship. You have to finish the cup. So it's a difficult schedule to organize. So next, the decision will be who's going to represent France in Champions League, in Europa League, who's going down, who's going up, promotion, yes or no. So in the next few days, they will decide that those issues.
Guys, what do you think the implications are? Because Maysie, you all along on this program, you said we should just cancel everything and forget all about it and start again in September. But that's what seems to be happening in France. Is that going to have any implications for here, do you think?
Well, I read this morning that, you know, PSG and I think it's Lyon is that they're willing to play the games away from home. But, you know, if you're drawn in Italy, if you're drawn somewhere in Spain, even England, you know, would you want to play? I still think the health side of it has a massive impact on it. And a lot of people are saying, you know, you've got to get the Premier League going again. Well, it's only for money reasons. And for me, it's more important that, yeah, do you know what? And I know, listening to Jamie Carragher, he's going on about it, that we've got to start the league again. But you imagine if Liverpool win the league after the first 2 games that they're back in and they've won the league, how many Liverpool fans are going to be out on the street celebrating, mingling? You know, whether they win the league down at Brighton or, you know, the winner at Anfield, there's going to be 100,000, 200,000 people mingling each other. And, you know, it's all about social distancing. It's never going to happen. So it's going to be absolute carnage. But for me, I would say start the league again in September and just finish it all now. Italy, France, Germany, Spain, England, and just start again in September. I've done with it.
Just guys, I thought it's strange that France is obviously so close to us, and you think, well, they're not playing until September, and we might be. That seems a bit strange. I mean, is it what do you think the implications are of this move in France?
I mean, I think, Stu, that I was pretty much very convinced that this would get finished, no matter what. But the way the other leagues are going now, I'm not sure. Because I don't think this is going to change too extreme very quickly. I think, even if it's the restrictions come down a little bit, the games are still a very long way away, because we're talking about all the teams getting tested, the players, the coaching staff. I mean, there's a lot of people involved, and how many times does that happen? Do you know what I mean? Do you play a game, do you have to get tested again? And then what happens if someone does actually pick it up, gets tested positive? What happens then? Does everything have to stop again because they played against someone 2 days before? It's pretty complicated, isn't it? And I mean, it's frustrating, but I think the other leagues, the other countries have thought about this and just gone, no, we've got to stop it, we've got to leave it. So
I think looking at you can see why, and I don't think it's right, this, by the way, but you can see why the Premier League are trying to hold out as long as possible, because it's the biggest league in the world with the most money in the world, the most sponsorship money that they'll miss out on. Whereas the other leagues can kind of turn around and say, well, I tell you what, scrap it, because we're not heavily waiting on sponsorship money and all that kind of thing, So that's why obviously they're trying to get it going. But there is the main subject being the health aspect. But this is going to exist now for the rest of our lives. Also, the coronavirus is here, and it will be here in some capacity. So it's up to the government to decide when exposure is allowed. It's like the flu, in effect. When the flu, the flu is something that exists. People die from it every single year. So it's a case of when the curve's flattened, when is it safe? And obviously the government and the experts will decide when it's safe for everybody to be out and about. But yeah, I think from a footballing point of view, you can see why people are making the moves they are.
Yeah, that's the thing, is, Ben. We all want it to return, don't we? Desperate for it to return, but there are so many questions to be answered.
Yeah, I mean, even Maysie would want it back, but I think what he's looking is to the deeper implications, which I think now we're all going to have to sit up and take note of. Even the people like myself that would love to see the season finished. It's not a question of can we finish it. It's just the how, and it's an absolute minefield out there as to how we could actually get it done safely. I know that the interlocking countries there, Belgium, France, Holland, they've all cancelled their leagues. I think people are going to look now to the German league, the Italian league, the Spanish league, and ourselves. And I think if one of those decides to follow suit after France, Belgium, and Holland, I just don't feel how it should have been an all or nothing scenario. The fact that some countries that are still involved in competition have now finished, and some countries are still hoping to get their season going, it just throws open another major problem for the governing bodies to have to deal with. And I didn't disagree with Maysie. I had a different opinion to Maysie, and I wanted it to finish. But I must admit, the way things are going, I'm leaning towards what he was thinking right from the start, and that I just don't see how it can be done in a safe manner.
Mikael, you're on this show. We want to look back at your career as well. Some great moments, but I remember when you joined United after United won the treble. You joined from Inter. You made your debut at Anfield, which is United's hardest away game. I think it was the day after you signed. I still can't believe that, but you look back with fond memories. That must have been such a culture shock, being suddenly having to play at Anfield.
Yeah, it was actually 2 days after I arrived, because I arrived Thursday afternoon. The gaffer picked me up at the airport, took me to a Worsley Hotel, Marriott, stayed there the night, trained Friday morning, and on the couch to Liverpool in the afternoon, and Saturday lunchtime kickoff. I started with Taibi as well, and we won 3-2 there. It was crazy also because Zhao Ye tried to sign me a few days before. So it was a roller coaster of emotion, and getting the win was the best start ever.
So you could have been in a Liverpool shirt that day.
But it was the offer was on the table pretty much. But obviously, United at that time was on top of the world, treble winners, and obviously I knew United because we played against with Inter the previous year in Champions League quarterfinal. So I've had the test of Old Trafford, and that was the right place for me to go.
What was it like? I mean, it's an intense atmosphere at Anfield. What was it like being thrown straight in there, and the goalkeeper who'd only just signed as well?
My English was a disaster, so I didn't care about the insults and the booing and everything else. I was just focused on the game. And obviously it was a great start. The atmosphere at Anfield is something special in England. I think for me it is one of the best. And even if you are part of the opposition, that gives you even more energy to go and fight for the results.
I wonder what it was like for you to be thrown into a strong dressing room of treble winners, and just won the treble, and in you go, and you didn't really speak any English. I mean, what was it like for you?
It was, it gives you confidence because, you look left, you look on right, these guys have your back if you make a mistake. So as a rookie, you're like, yeah, okay, nothing can go wrong pretty much. And also I came from a dressing room with two Ballon d'Or, Ronaldo, Baggio, Simeone, Zamorano. I mean, this team was just, Zanetti was just crazy as well. So it was another dream starting at Old Trafford.
I've got to ask you about Ronaldo, the original Ronaldo, one of my favourite players ever. What was he like at close quarters?
Unstoppable. You call him El Fenomeno. It's really what it is because, I played against Maysie. We had Cristiano at United, but it's something else in terms of speed. Everything is top level. And, Maysie, maybe Cristiano, you can guess they've got 3-4 tricks that they would use most of the time. But with the Ronnie, it was always something different. He's inventing drills and tricks on the spot. So you can't guide him left or right because he's going to get out of this situation no matter what. And then scoring in any type of position, toe poke. I mean, he was playing on one leg at some point, just beating defenders all over Europe, and overweight as well. Maisie, you know that.
Did Mikey? Hey, I looked after you when you arrived at Old Trafford.
I know you did.
Speak fluent French.
No, oui, va voom.
I think we had Ronnie Johnson on this program, and I think he said you in particular, Mikael, might have been targeted by Maysie. Maysie might have been, tough on you at training or in the dressing room.
No, never.
Maysie didn't leave anyone out, Stu. He didn't leave anyone out. No one got a pass. Nobody.
In education, so I had to improve in English. Yeah, Maysie had no mercy for sure. No mercy for me.
I do have to say, Mikael, when I think about it now, you're probably one of the best trainers I've seen as well.
Sorry, lads, you've turned up.
Right. I wonder where you went there, mate.
I tell you what, Maysie, have you seen Mikael and his little challenge that he does? His stretch challenge.
No. Oh,
the handstand. I think Maysie should do it. Maysie and Ben.
Without the hands, yeah.
Break my neck.
Yeah, I'm being challenged by my kids. That's why I keep doing those things. But yeah, I do a little bit of yoga still in the morning. It's good, like yoga, meditation. And yeah, start the day.
Can you still do the splits?
Maysie, you can join.
Mikey, no chance. No chance.
No chance. Why no chance?
No. The only yoga I have is on my breakfast, pal. That's it. I wouldn't be able to get through the door. Not a chance, pal. I've seen it. Mental.
Yeah.
Mikael, also, you obviously you had a good partnership at times with Wes as well. Obviously, I know you played left back a lot, but also centre back as well. But did you two have a good understanding?
Yeah, his French was very good. Wes, oui, Oui,
Oui,
no, I
oui,
mean
oui.
it was yeah. I mean it was a good one because Wes played on the right side, me on the left. So then we have, yeah, I think we came through the same type of education in terms of playing a flat back four, so we knew how to cover each other. At the end of the day, if you win your challenges, you're gonna stay on top. And when you are defending for United, I mean, you it's not like you have a lot of work to do because you have the ball most of the time, and in front of you have Roy, you have Betty, you have Scorsese. These guys were defending like mad dogs as well.
There was a few times, lads, when he got called Wes, and I know he was very happy. I've been called Mikael a few times. Quick one of them. What's that?
Come on, give me a break.
Yeah.
Mikael,
Go on,
you
mate.
need to haircut like Wes. Have you seen his
Haircut.
haircut?
Yeah,
No, Maysie,
no,
not again. I've not done
That's
it yet.
he's
Come on.
trying hard to grow his hair again.
There you
Jackson
go.
5. Oh my God, no.
No, Joe.
Yeah. What were the highlights for you, Mikael? Obviously, you won a lot, as I mentioned at the top. You won a lot of things. What were the highlights for you?
So probably two on top of the league titles. The number one is the first trophy. So I joined early September, and in November we were beating Palmeiras in Tokyo. So I mean, yeah, I didn't even know that we would play in that competition when I signed the contract. So it was like, wow, that's a nice cherry on the cake. And also because I was one of the few French players to actually win the trophy, Intercontinental. So now they've changed the title to Club World Cup champions. So we've got those two in the bag. And the other ones must be the Champions League because it was the 10th season I was in the competition. I mean, with the Inter, and then 9 years with United. So finally, even if I didn't start the final, it was a great achievement for myself because I turned my ACL in September, and I worked really hard to come back in March after 6 months. First game back, Roma in quarterfinal of Champions League.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gaffer. And I came on against Barcelona in semis, and then on the bench in Moscow. And yeah, it was the best achievement ever.
What about current United, mate? I mean, do you watch current United? And obviously somebody you know very well, and Ollie in charge. What do you think of United at the moment?
Yeah, I do watch. I look at. I suffer. I'm happy. I'm like everybody else. I think in chat, it's once you are united, it's for life. So it's interesting to see the team. I think it's at the moment this COVID-19 arrived at the wrong time for the team, and hopefully they will be able to pick up where they left it. There is some question mark about players going or coming, but that's a situation for every single summer. So for Ole, it's all about rebuilding and being given the time to achieve what his mission, which is put us back into the title race. That's a tough one, but so far it's been positive, I think, in terms of getting back to the United old ways.
Well, Mikael, thank you so much for joining us today. Really do
Thank you,
appreciate
guys.
it.
Very nice to see you in good shape and healthy.
Well, I wouldn't say they're not all in,
healthy, but good shape. And the one on the left corner, I'm not sure.
Right. Before we go, guys, the latest match rewind vote on the Manchester United app. The subject is Champions League April Classics. You've got to choose one of these 4 games. 3-2 against Milan, the semi-final, 2007. You might when Wayne Rooney scored the winner in the 90th minute. I think Kaká scored twice. That was a fantastic game. 2-0 win at Roma with that fantastic towering header from Ronaldo. That was in 2008. The 1-0 against Barcelona we were talking about, the Paul Scholes goal into the top corner. And when Ronaldo scored from 40 yards, remember at Porto, that was in the quarterfinal in 2009. 4 great ones to choose from there on the Manchester United app. The winning game you get to see in full. You've got until Thursday, 4 p.m. Guys, what would you go for then? 4 classics?
Semi.
Yeah.
Scholes is semi-final.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I want to see the first 2 runs Messi does on me, because I got an absolute rollicking from the gaffer. So I just want to see him again to see how close I was. But other than that, I was okay.
Yes. All right. Our guest, by the way, tomorrow has been in the news quite a lot over the past week or so. Phil Neville coming on the show on Thursday. Is it Thursday tomorrow? Yeah, coming on Thursday.
Nice.
MUTV at manunited.co.uk if you've got any questions or any topics you want us to put to Phil. Thanks for your company today. Good to see you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Au revoir.
Later.
Bye.